As we walk up these steps, to one of the greatest museums in the world, we thought we should play reverential music, especially since we plan to be a little irreverent. This is no disrespect to God, but we saw a few planning errors in the humans, who in this place, try to emulate him. Don't get us wrong, the art in here is pulchritudinous. The architecture, pulchritudinous. The ceilings, you guessed it. They are amazing. We got you there. Bet you thought we were going to say pulchritudinous. As we walked through the Vatican Museums, we started to get the feeling that although every bit of pottery, every perfect sculpture, looked amazing, it might have been facing the wrong way, designed so that people could see it better walking from the other way. But no, the guards assured us, we were walking the right direction. Maybe it's because we are juvenile, but we could swear this arm was flipping us off. Not a very Vatican-y thing to do. But still, there were topless women all around us, and a bunch of naked dude sculptures, with their wangs chopped off, so we were willing to roll. We were presented with beautiful art, ceilings, sculptures and pottery. Even the random sarcophagus. All suggesting, this was one of the places, that was preserving antiquity the best. Then we entered a room, and the most obvious thing we see is this guy's butt. I mean, why would we be presented with a butt, when we could see the artistic version of this guy, face forward, but probably with his bits and pieces hacked off. We then entered a room, seemingly normal, as this painting on the ceiling is facing our way. Oh yes, beautiful artwork, and in a position that is better for us to see it in. The art there is definitely spectacular. The way this room was beautifully presented, one could get confused that the Vatican Museum keepers were going to keep getting it right. Well, we were definitely confused, because they most definitely did not keep this up. There were beautiful presentations everywhere. But the ceilings really were the cream of the crop. If you like beautiful ceilings, as we do, the Vatican Museum is definitely the place to go. Is this room for hanging the rugs out to dry? I mean, why else hang them here? Were they wet? Did the cat have an accident? There were long hallways everywhere, and truly great places to show off your coolest stuff. As you can see, this hallway is amazing. Especially the ceilings, we couldn't get over the ceilings at all. Nor could we help but notice that these hallways didn't really have rooms attached. Not very functional, is it? And glowing ceilings, I mean, who would have thunk it? Absolutely the coolest hallway we've ever been down. But then again, our hallways only lead to bedrooms or bathrooms, and our ceiling isn't glowing, so I guess the comparison isn't very good, is it? Okay, so we started entering these rooms, with all the walls painted with amazing pictures. And we also started seeing more sculptures depicting naked dudes, who had their nether regions unceremoniously detached, and we weren't sure whether we were visiting a holy site, or a torture chamber. Just saying, it was weird. Now these rooms, with the paintings all over the walls, were seriously cool. We were thanking God that we hadn't bought the jigsaw puzzle versions, but we still thought they were very cool. The guards were super chill, they allowed us to take videos and pictures everywhere. We're just not sure how aware they were, seeing that they were always on their cell phones. We don't mind though, we're pretty sure that they were watching other videos that Nerdgasmic Adventures had posted, so we were cool with it. Many of the paintings had some brutal depictions of things that had happened centuries ago. Again, causing us to be confused, as we were looking for something more enlightened. We took a guess and concluded that they were buttering us up for the big finale, the Sistine Chapel. Surely that was full of enlightened paintings, not the brutality of things like crucifixions or the brutal murders of saints, surely not. Before we got there, they started showing us things like wallpaper, calling it modern art. They also showed us an anthill that had suspiciously been interpreted into being a sculpture of a human. We thought that they were joking with us. Surely humans could see past the excrement of insects, and not think of it as being a rendition of the human form. Here are the steps to the Sistine Chapel. We remember being yelled at in there for being quiet, with the occasional yelling of silencio, breaking the silence of the communal masses inside. Again, why paint this ceiling in such a way that it is best viewed while going downstairs, when everyone is forced to walk up the stairway? A gentle reminder, photos and videos are not allowed to be taken in the Sistine Chapel. Here they have their former pajamas and quilts on display. Although the art on these items is pulchritudinous, t-shirt art is so much better in modern times. So jealous of their ceilings. I mean, my ceiling is so boring, painted white, with nothing to show for it. It's a little embarrassing, if you think about it. This video could be titled, The Tour of the Vatican Museum Ceilings. They really are the best of the lot. Our travel hero, Kelly, had neck cramps after walking the whole museum. For weeks afterwards he just walked around, staring at his shoes, just to make things right with his neck. Usually, this tour takes hours, following other tourists through room after room. During this visit, the tourists were on short supply. It was almost like trying to find a Sasquatch. Eventually we caught up with some, but unlike leprechauns, they offered no pot of gold. It was refreshing that the museum visit did not feel like a long line at Disneyland. Amazingly, we did not tire of the ornate ceilings. We did have the idea that they should give tours on gurneys. Just push people through on hospital carts, and allow them to get a better look at the art on the ceiling. Room after room of excellent artwork, ornate ceilings, and the mutilated junk of naked dude sculptures. We were surprised by the innate sadomasochism exhibited at the Holy Museum of the Catholic Church. I mean, what did these guys do to deserve such tyranny? We do like to joke around a bit, but we must admit that the grounds are beautiful. There wasn't a speck of dust in the museum, and everyone had really pleasant attitudes. This isn't a place to be missed, even though they really should turn their sculptures around, and please fix these poor sculptures' manhood. It is the only decent thing, right? We wouldn't even mind the random fig leaf covering it up, just quick displaying the mutilation. It's unsightly. Towards the end of the tour, they tried to confuse us with a hall of windows maze. We escaped from this room safely, but we could swear that there were people watching us, through the trees. After all of the confusion with the backwards, forwards, sideways paintings on the ceilings, and the same confusion with many of the sculptures, we approached the last hurdle. The stairway. We're unsure if there is a name for the stairway, so we have come up with one. St. Stephen's Stairway of Spectacular Spirals. We think it fits the bill. Now say that again, 5 times fast, before we speed through all of the spirals. Tag. You're it. If you like this video, please smash the like button, and subscribe. For adventures you can take, go to nerdgasmicadventures.com.